Hi there, I'm Nox. Today we're gonna talk about optimizing your game once again. So you see, last time we talked about more of an internal optimization. We optimized Windows, used Steam to optimize the game, and also we optimized PUBG through its settings and explained them. So if you have not seen the video yet, I recommend checking it out. Right now we're gonna talk about more external things, external programs, and how to optimize the programs you might already use while playing PUBG to make sure they won't cumbersome your performance. To start off, we're actually gonna optimize Steam. Surprisingly or not, Steam is actually pretty performance heavy. There are two things you can do. You can turn off the Steam overlay and you can turn off your friends and chats. Quick to note, turning off Steam overlay will prevent you from buying things in a game such as Gcoin. In my opinion, it's not worth it that much because it will give you a 2 to 3 frames and take away the convenience of being able to buy Gcoin without restarting the game and turning it back on. So unless you really want those 2 to 3 more frames or you want to stop yourself from being addicted to buying Gcoin, then I do not think it's quite worth to turn it off. The second optimization on Steam we can do though is definitely a must do if you're having struggles with stutters in this game. Basically, you need to turn off your friends and chats. For some reason, when you have a lot of friends and those friends especially have animated profiles, it will cause your game to stutter more even if you're not using a Steam overlay. So a fix for it is going offline. It will prevent you from receiving messages from your friends, but will definitely improve your FPS and reduce the stutters. Next on, we're gonna optimize our Discord. Discord is pretty widely used by most players on PC, so it's pretty important to optimize it. So first, it's pretty important to turn off the overlay. Overlay allows you to see who's talking currently in the channel, but it's quite performance heavy, so we don't want that. Additionally, we want to go to advanced and turn off the hardware acceleration. Hardware acceleration basically makes it so the sound is a bit smoother, but at the same time it uses more GPU, so it's best to turn it off. So now we're gonna move to the cherry on the top, which is external programs, mainly ISLC and MSI Util v3. We're gonna start off with the latter one, which is the MSI Util v3. MSI stands for Message Signal Interrupt. In short, what MSI mode does is allows your GPU to be prioritized by your CPU. So when your GPU is finished with its tasks, it can interrupt CPU from checking the other processes and just focus on the process your GPU has finished. What it means is your GPU can focus on rendering the game more efficiently and sending the data to the CPU a bit faster. After downloading the program, we're gonna open it as an administrator because otherwise it won't work, as you've seen, and set the priority of our GPU to high and click apply. If you do not know exactly what you're doing, do not change the other settings because you might screw up your PC. Moving on, ISLC. ISLC stands for Intelligent Standby List Cleaner. So if you go to your task manager and to your performance, you will be able to see that your cache is being taken quite a while. For me, it's called buferowana. It's basically, I have Polish Windows, but for you it will say cache if you have English Windows. It is the memory that is being taken of your RAM by your PC and being buffered. If your RAM is not the quickest, like for example mine is not, I have 2400 MHz, your RAM might struggle with the speed of cleaning it up, and that might be problematic when it comes to buffering when it's needed. Like for example, buffering textures in your game. So here, ISLC comes in clutch. ISLC allows you to set up the threshold and the intervals to clean your cache, basically allowing you to buffer way quicker and have more space to buffer those textures in games because you're basically gonna have more free RAM to do so. So after downloading and starting up ISLC, the first thing we're gonna actually set up is the ISLC polling rate. It is a frequency that ISLC will be checking your memory status, and it will clean it if it's needed. I recommend to set it to 500.
Next on, want a timer resolution, you want to set it on 0.5 and make sure to check to enable custom timer resolution. It changes your Windows resolution, allowing you to just have better FPS. Don't go too low though, it's 0.5, that's it. And lastly, what you want to do is want to take your total system memory and cut it in half in the calculator, and if it's not even, just floor it, and you want to put that number you just got into the free memory is lower than input. Higher one, the least is at least input, you want to leave it at 1 GB. I do recommend to check the boxes to start ISLC, minimize and now to start monitoring, and launch ISLC on user logon. It basically will allow you to start the ISLC when you log into your PC and won't have to start the whole process by yourself because you might forgot it. And then you just want to click start and minimize the ISLC. You don't want to close it because then it's going to close the whole program. When I click the minimize, it's going to go automatically to your tray. So now after restarting your PC, you should be good to go, right? But there might be a problem. I didn't have it personally, but my friend did, and it's basically failed to initialize Steam, even though Steam is working, right? There's a simple way to fix it. First of all, the full screen optimization for your PUBG itself. We did it in a previous video, but I'm still going to show you how to do it pretty quickly. You want to go basically to your PUBG folder, PUBG, and you're going to go to properties of your PUBG.exe file, go to compatibility, and make sure to check check turn off full screen optimizations. Click apply and leave. If it doesn't work after that, another thing you need to do is start Steam as administrator. You can just be starting it manually, but what I do recommend to go on is to go to properties of Steam.exe and to also go to compatibilities and make sure to check start as an administrator. This is what fixed the problem for my friend. If you still have the problem, feel free to message me and hopefully we will together figure something out, how to fix it, and leave it in comments. So quickly I wanted to show a comparison between the two. I did forget to check the wanted timer resolution for this test. On the right side it's an optimized one and the left one is an optimized one, but there is still FPS improvement and it should be even better with the wanted timer resolution being checked in. Basically it's a Miramar drop with just landing, a little bit of fighting, and a shot of a city from afar, which is the most demanding because you're basically rendering the whole city. So as for optimization, that's about it. But there is a single bug on Steam that I found, and sometimes just occurs. So on this clip I was playing the unoptimized version and recording it, but for some reason my FPS was lower than even expected. And when I checked what's actually going on in my task manager, it was Steam taking 20% of my CPU. The fix was pretty simple, thankfully. It was basically turning off every application and hiding it, minimizing it, to not be on my taskbar. It's fine if it's in a hidden tray, but it cannot be on your taskbar because it will just cause your windows to prioritize those windows for some reason, and that might cause you to lose FPS just like I did. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed and want to stay tuned, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm also going to be making more tutorials, and additionally, if you have any other ideas how to optimize the game or you have any problems with optimizing your game, make sure to leave a comment and we will figure something out. See ya!